Hi, it's Anna with Create Your Future. Today we are going to talk about the how of manifestation. And I have two success stories for you today that will hopefully prove to you that even when something feels completely impossible, it will still find the way to come to you if you just do the work. And the work doesn't have to be difficult or take a long time. So please stay tuned because this is going to be really interesting. Before I tell you these stories, remember that we are giving away free sessions once we hit 100,000 subscribers. All the details about it are in the description box below. If you would like to help me with your manifestations, you are very welcome to book a coaching session with me. The link for that is also in the description box below. And I also have a course named Self-Concept 360 Degrees to Manifest Anything, which you can also find in the description box below. And this course is something that can be used either as a separate self-concept work or how to use self-concept in your specific manifestations. I go more into details about it in the course. I hope you'll give it a try. So, the success stories that I am going to talk to you about are about some lost objects that I found. I manifested finding lost objects. And you know that for your mind, all manifestations are the same. It doesn't matter if you're finding a coin or if you're manifesting $1 million or if you're manifesting a house. It's all the same. You tell a story, you persist in it, and it happens. So, and also I don't want you guys to think that I'm only manifesting objects, but this happened in such an incredible way, and I have been asking about how manifestation will come from so many clients lately, and it's mostly about the SPs, like how will my SP ever contact me, or how will I ever manifest this money, because, and there's always a lot of because I live in this country, because the pandemic, because I don't have the qualifications, because this, because that. So it doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Circumstances don't matter. And so the story is this. I had to help a friend with some work he was doing. And I did something on the computer at home, put the files on a USB key and brought it to his office. And we were sitting working on it on his computer. And when I had to, and this was in the end of February this year, and when I had to go home, he took the USB out of his computer, gave it to me. I remember clearly taking this USB key from his hand, putting it in my purse, which I had, that day I had a small red purse. And I remember so clearly taking it from his hand and putting it in my purse. And then, well, a lot of things happened. I came home and weeks passed by. And I remembered this thing that I had put the USB key in my purse and now it's gone. And I remembered about it suddenly because I washed the purse. It's a simple cloth fabric purse that I put in the washing machine sometimes. And I had just washed this purse, and I remember that when I took the things out of the purse, the USB key wasn't there. And I couldn't find it anywhere. I started searching for it all around the house, and I asked them in the office if they had seen it. No one had seen it, but I clearly remembered that I had taken it and I had put it in my purse, and I haven't worked on it ever since. Now, it wasn't a big deal. I didn't have anything important on that USB key, and it's not something that I use a lot. So, but I thought, why not try to manifest this thing? So I just, whenever I remembered the key, I just affirmed to myself, oh, I have found the key. I know exactly where it is. I have found it. But in the meantime, I was very curious, like, how the heck did it just disappear just like that? So I kept looking for it while I was affirming, just here and there. This wasn't a manifestation that I was like actively doing. Just whenever I remembered about this thing, I just affirmed it. Yeah, I have found it. Um, what happened that a couple of weeks ago, no, exactly 1 week ago, I was at this office again, sitting there talking with friends, and now before I continue with this, I have changed the place that I live in January. And since January, I have had that red purse with me for months. I have another black one that I had taken with me to this office last week, and I haven't used that black, it's a little bag, for months since I have moved to this new place. So it was just put away, and I just recently took it out. So I was, while I was sitting there with my friends talking and having fun, I remembered, since it was the same office that I lost maybe this USB key, I remembered about it, and I said, like, let me visualize it. I closed my eyes and visualized having this little object. It's this small silver colored USB key, and it was mine. I have used it, so I knew exactly how big it was, how it felt. So I just visualized having it and playing with it in my hand. I did this maybe for 5 seconds, maybe 10 seconds. I'm not exaggerating. I just concentrated very quickly because there was people around, and I couldn't lie down and do sets, and I didn't want to. Again, this wasn't a big deal. I was just manifesting it just because, because I can. So I visualized having this, playing with this USB key in my hand, and then I opened my eyes and I started talking to people. During this conversation, I put my hand in my bag to find a hair elastic that I knew I had put it in there before going out. And I didn't remember which pocket of the bag I had the hair elastic. So in one of the pockets, I had put the keys. I thought I had the elastic with the keys because the pocket was smaller. So I just thought I had put it there. I put my hand down there, and the keys weren't there. And I noticed that there was a hole in this pocket, and the keys had fallen down between the fabrics there in the bag. So I put my hand in the hole and took out the keys, put it in some other pocket, took out my elastic, did my hair, whatever. And then I thought, let me see if there's accidentally anything else in this hole, because I hadn't noticed that there was a hole in this pocket. I put my hand down there, and my USB key was there. And I can still, till this day, not understand how the heck the USB key had appeared in that bag, which I haven't been using for months. It was, again, one of the bags that I have washed and put away with my clothes in the wardrobe, and I haven't used it since at least January to a couple of weeks ago, and the USB key was I lost it in the end of February. It makes absolutely no sense to me, but and this is where I thought, oh my God, I have to tell my viewers about this who worry about the how, because I don't know, maybe there is an explanation. I just can't, logically, I can't explain how the heck it appeared in that bag which I remembered clearly. I had a different bag that day. That day and for weeks before and after that event happened. So what I'm trying to say with this is that if, like, no matter the situation, if you just do your manifestation work, whatever technique you use, here I affirmed here and there, and this was just a fun experiment I did, to be honest. Again, I don't need this USB key. It's not a big deal, but I really wanted to manifest it because it was annoying. So I affirmed here and there, and I also like visualized that time sitting there in the office with the friend talking. And this is also a proof to you that you don't always have to like do the hard work, do sats for hours, or affirm for a long time. You might want to do that if you have resistance, if you have an old story, if that keeps coming up, which happens a lot, unfortunately, when you're manifesting an SP or when you're manifesting an SP bag, someone you have a story with. If you can completely let go of that story and not care about what happened in the past and live in the now as if it has happened, then you will manifest it quicker. But oh, by the way, this manifestation took me a couple of months. So in any case, I still consider it as an easy manifestation because I wasn't worrying. I wasn't because even if the object in and of itself wasn't important, I could still worry that, oh my god, what if I don't manage to manifest it? The fear of failure, which a lot of people have, which is okay, but try to get past it and just do the work, just live in the end. Because if you just affirm or visualize or have inner conversations about your SP being yours, then that is going to happen. He has blocked you everywhere, or maybe you have blocked them everywhere, or you're not in contact. Like, I don't know how they are going to contact me. It doesn't matter. Somehow, some way, something will happen that will make your end goal true in your physical reality. Sometimes it happens in a very natural way, which makes it look like it would have happened anyway. But sometimes like weird things like this can happen. Now the next story is again another thing that I had lost, and I found it in an even more weird way. So I was visiting some people that I knew back then a few years ago, and I had a ring back then. I still have the ring, but in that period I always had the ring on my finger. I only took the ring took the ring off took the ring off in the evening when I was washing my face, my hands, and I would put cream on and I would put the ring on again. Somehow I noticed during the day that I didn't have the ring on my finger and I couldn't find it anywhere. They didn't know where it was, and for several days, like we were looking around, the ring was nowhere to find. What happens is that I had to leave, so I had to take a bus to the train station, and the bus stop was around 100 meters away from their home. It was quite close, but still on the other side of the road, and around 100 meters away from their house. So I'm there. Again, I wasn't worrying too much because I thought if they find the ring, they will give it to me. But I would still, again, do the same thing. Like affirm here and there that no, I have found my ring. I have found my ring. And it was also easy for me to feel having the ring because it was my ring, and I knew exactly how big it was, how much it weighs, and etc. And this ring was made for me specifically, I had designed it, and the jeweler had made it for me that there's only one of this ring in the world, because I had asked specifically, like I had drawn, like I want this type of ring, um, with this color stone, etc., etc. And since it was handmade, the two sides of it weren't exactly the same. Like it should be symmetrical, but there were like holes in the ring that wasn't exactly this, that weren't exactly the same. And I know every little detail of this ring. I had it on my finger for God knows how long. And the ring was made in another country, and I was in a different country when I lost it. So I'm at the bus stop waiting. A woman walks past me. She bends over. She takes something from the ground. She comes up. She turns to me and she says, "I'm sorry, is this your ring?" I was mind blown. I said, "Oh my God, yes, that is my ring." I took it and I was so shocked that she looked at me and said, "Are you sure this is your ring?" I said, yes, trust me, this is your ring. It's okay, my ring, it's okay. Anyway, she went away. I don't even know if she believed that it was my ring. What I'm trying to say that this couldn't be someone else's ring who had lost it walking by that place. Like, it could happen because this ring was custom made for me on my design. So this could only be my ring. And this happened several years ago, and I still have no explanation as to what my ring was doing there on the street, around the bus stop where I was standing in that moment. And that woman, if she hadn't passed by, I wouldn't had seen the ring. Again, there must be some logical explanation. I just have absolutely none. And I remembered about this second story while I was preparing for this video, that, oh God, so many weird things have happened while manifesting. So what I'm trying to say with this again is that I hope this helps you to stop worrying about the how. If you can tell yourself, like every time you worry about how your SP will come to you, how they will contact you, how on earth you will make the amount of money that you want to manifest, or how on earth you are going to, let's say, lose weight easily because maybe it has been difficult to lose weight all your life. And maybe you have the story that, oh, my metabolism is slow, I don't know, I have to starve to lose weight. Like, no, manifestation can come easily and effortlessly if you let it. It doesn't matter what you are manifesting. Tell yourself, whenever you worry about the how, tell yourself, I don't know how. Somehow it will come to me. Somehow, like my manifestation, it is mine. If I have imagined it, then it's mine. It will find the way to me. It is finding its way to me. It is coming to me. Or if you want to be even bolder, tell yourself, why am I worrying about the how if my manifestation has already come? I have it. It's mine. My SP is with me now. We have great communication. My SP is in love with me. I have the money. I already have the money. If I already have the money, I can't worry about the how. Why am I worrying about the how? And this way you could, you kind of confuse your mind, and it starts thinking, if you do that enough, if you always do that, like every time you think about the topic and you worry, like, how on earth is this going to happen? Always tell yourself, it has already happened. It has already happened. It's already mine. If you do that, your mind will be like, oh, so that's what we're doing now? Oh, okay. She keeps saying this, so maybe this is true. Or he keeps saying this, so maybe this is true. So if you bring your attention to your end goal, always, your end goal will find a way to come to you. Again, as I said in the beginning of the video, sometimes in such a natural way that it looks like it would have happened anyway without you manifesting it, but we know it wouldn't have if you didn't manifest it, because everything is a manifestation and things can only come to you through your inner world. Or it will come to you in such a weird and in a way that you can't explain. But it doesn't matter as long as you get what you want. And you will get what you want. I promise you this. You will get what you want if you just persist in your assumption. And it should be that one assumption that is the new story. Whether you have one affirmation or you have 5 affirmations about this, they need to all tell the same story, that you are already with your SP, that your SP is in love with you, that you have this relationship that you want, or you already have the money, you're enjoying your prosperous life, you feel safe financially, you're financially abundant and free, etc., etc. Your mind needs to continuously tell the same story. You don't need to stress about it. If you're too stressed and you don't know how to resolve it, I'm here for you. If you want me to help you with any of your manifestations, again, you're very welcome to book a coaching session with me, and we will work on it. And I promise you, if you just control your imagination, your mind will find a way to bring your manifestation to you. Now, take this success story as a proof that you don't need to worry about the how. Remind yourself that it will come to me somehow, some way. It is already finding its way to me. My SP is already finding their way to me. I don't have to worry about the how. And this is why I always say the how is not your job. Why worry about the how? Your job is to concentrate on the what, on your end goal. What is it that you want? If you're confused and you don't know what end goal to choose, just ask yourself, what do I want? Now, in this case, it was easy. It was like one specific object that I had lost. I wanted to find the object. In the case of a specific person, there can be different end goals. Like, what do I want? Maybe you want to marry the person, or maybe you just want communication for now. Those are both end goals, and it depends on really what you want. Be honest with yourself, and always, always tell yourself that your mind is powerful enough to find a way, find a how to bring your manifestation to you. So I hope this was inspiring to you, and I hope that you won't give up on your manifestation, because some people tend to give up, like, okay, this isn't working, it's not coming, and also I don't see how on earth it would come to me. Keep going, just keep going. Maybe it's on their way to you, you just can't see it yet, but you will if you just persist. Don't jump to conclusions before your manifestation happens in your physical reality. So this was all for today. And again, remember to enter the giveaway. Check out the details in the description box below. Check out my course about self-concept, again in the description box below. And if you would like to help me with your manifestations, again, the link to book the session is also in the description box below. Keep going and don't give up. And have a beautiful day.